Word on the street is that Toni Braxton still hasn't gotten over what Oprah did to her, not just humiliating her on national TV, but allegedly sabotaging her entire career. And now,
please welcome Toni Braxton!
She's so freaking mean to me. I was in shock. Do you take responsibility for the situation that you're in right now?
100%.
100%?
100%.
I couldn't believe it because I loved her so much. I admired her and looked up to her. And she pretty much reprimanded me. I read that you were upset about stories that your overspending caused this. She says to me, I hear you have Gucci flatware. I'm Oprah Winfrey and I don't have Gucci flatware. First of all, I didn't know Gucci made silverware. You ain't got Gucci flatware because you didn't want to buy it. It's not because you couldn't afford it. What do you mean? And immediately, she made me feel this big, this big. That moment completely changed my career. It made people look down on me.
Rumors are swirling that Toni is ready to expose Oprah again. See, Oprah was someone Toni really looked up to. So when she hit one of the lowest moments in her life, Toni expected support and compassion, not public shaming. Instead, she was humiliated in front of millions, and deep down, she's allegedly still angry about it. But can anyone really blame her? Here's the backstory for those who aren't familiar with the messy Toni-Oprah situation. Despite all of her success, including generating over $170 million in record sales for her label, Toni Braxton filed for bankruptcy multiple times. The real kicker? She was reportedly earning less than 35 cents per album sold. This is a woman with multiple Grammy Awards and over 70 million records sold. Toni first got her start in the late 80s singing with her sisters in the group The Braxtons, before signing a solo deal. Her debut self-titled album, Toni Braxton, 1993, was a smash hit, topping the Billboard 200 and selling over 10 million copies. Singles like Breathe Again and Another Sad Love Song cemented her as a powerhouse, and the album's producers included heavyweights like Babyface and L.A. Reid. She followed it up with another chart topper, Secrets, 1996, featuring the iconic...
Like a lot of people don't understand, my second bankruptcy was because I was sick. I have lupus, and my show in Vegas got canceled.
And the insurance wouldn't cover it.
The insurance didn't cover it, so I had to pay myself.
That's a lot. That was a lot of money.
It's a lot of money to put up a show. People don't understand. So if you see a concert, you see the lights, you see the band on stage, the artist pays for all that. The hotel rooms, the salary, so then you have nothing left over.
Unbreak My Heart, which sold 10 million copies worldwide and became one of the biggest singles ever. Toni has released 9 studio albums, her most recent in 2020, and every one of them has found success. So how did someone with such a legendary discography end up broke? It came down to her record deal. Toni eventually sued her label, claiming she received less than $2,000 in royalties, while also being forced to reimburse the label for things like clothes, travel, studio time, and music video production. Just 8 weeks after filing that lawsuit in January 1998, she declared bankruptcy. Things got worse. She was even accused of fraud for allegedly transferring $53,000 to her ex-husband, Kerry Lewis, to avoid repaying creditors. Then, in 2010, she had to file for bankruptcy again. But this time, it wasn't bad.
Toni Braxton!
She's so freaking mean to me. I was in shock. Do you take responsibility for the situation that you're in right now?
100%.
100%?
100%.
I couldn't believe it because I loved her so much. I admired her and looked up to her. And she pretty much reprimanded me. I read that you were upset about stories that your overspending caused this. She says to me, I hear you have Gucci flatware. I'm Oprah Winfrey and I don't have Gucci flatware. First of all, I didn't know Gucci made silverware. You ain't got Gucci flatware because you didn't want to buy it. It's not because you couldn't afford it. What do you mean? And immediately, she made me feel this big, this big. That moment completely changed my career. It made people look down on me.
Contracts, it was her health. Toni was diagnosed with microvascular angina and later lupus, which forced her to cancel her highly lucrative Las Vegas residency. A lot of people don't understand my second bankruptcy was because I was sick. I have lupus and my show in Vegas got canceled. The insurance wouldn't cover it, so I had to pay out of pocket. And that was a lot of money. So while Toni Braxton was busy fighting for her health and her finances, Oprah, someone she admired, chose to put her on blast rather than lift her up. And honestly, if Toni is still holding on to some resentment about that, can you really blame her? Putting on a show costs a lot of money. People don't always realize that when they attend a concert and see the lights, the stage, the band, it's the artist who pays for all of it. The hotel rooms, the crew salaries, it all comes out of the artist's pocket. In the end, there's often not much left over. Toni was already facing financial struggles in 2019 when the IRS filed a lien against her on December 4th. The lien stated that she owed $340,252.
Mommy and daddy's divorced, and a divorced mom pretty much got nothing. I'm not going to leave my mom by herself. So I'm going to make sure my mother's taken care of. None of my siblings have helped me take care of my mother to make sure she was okay, except for Tamar. No one said, this is before Vincent. Before Vincent. Mommy's car insurance is due. Let's help Toni with mommy car insurance. Only Tamar.
$99 in back taxes for 2017. Just days later, the California Franchise Tax Board also filed a tax lien against her for $164,154.64, bringing her total tax debt to nearly $500,000. During this difficult time, Toni decided to open up to Oprah in an interview, hoping that it would help clear her image and perhaps earn her some public sympathy. But the interview turned out to be anything but supportive. Toni later said she felt humiliated and demeaned by the experience, claiming that Oprah came across as judgmental, condescending, and completely lacking in empathy. Oprah reportedly asked Toni pointed and invasive questions like, "Do you have Gucci flatware?" and "Do you own a lion skin rug?" She even made snide remarks like, "You couldn't possibly have thought you could buy 7 or 8 cars. I hear you have Gucci silverware and I'm Oprah Winfrey, and even I don't have Gucci silverware." Toni revealed that she had only agreed to the interview because her publicist advised her to, but she later deeply regretted it. She felt that instead of helping her, the interview magnified her situation and damaged her reputation. She even accused Oprah of being a fake humanitarian who cared only about her own image. Toni also pointed out that Oprah's behavior might have been rooted in her own insecurities after all. Toni could afford Gucci flatware at the time, while Oprah simply chose not to buy them. To make matters worse, there were reports that Oprah went out of her way to sabotage Toni's image. Allegedly, Oprah contacted Toni's record label before the interview aired and warned them, saying, "Toni's on my
Nothing. You still charge her? I don't charge her. When the last time have I charged you for a show? It's been
charged you for a
years.
show for years.
My sister Tamar never charges me to do background singing for me. My sister Trina does. My sister Tawanda, she's an executive assistant. That makes sense for her to get a salary. I just wish every situation was not about Toni's savings and loans.
I have never charged Toni. And what I am saying is, it pissed me off. When I saw that you and Tawanda get paid, I was pissed off.